Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about a new page I put on my website called Haters and Complainers. Only reason I put it on is because I get emails, if not every day, at least every week, where people are complaining about something I posted or something I said, or they disagree with me fundamentally or biomechanically. This also happens on social media. And you know what? You guys need to know what I go through on a daily basis. So I'm going to go ahead and start posting those, removing the names, so you can kind of see my responses because they are FAQs. And some of them are kind of stupid, anyways. But yeah, I posted one this week, and the doctor was like, "Oh, you told one of my doctors, I guess he does Ortho Consulting, I don't know who it is, or he's very familiar with ortho, but he uses a lot of more old-fashioned mechanics, which is not something that I'm not familiar with. I'm quite familiar with it. That's how I was trained. All these T-loops and Gable bends and all those kind of cantilever stuff. Yeah, that's exactly how I was trained. I was trained by Charlie Burstone himself directly when he was alive and kicking. He was an amazing individual, absolutely brilliant. And I'm very happy that I was trained that way because I get it. But as I started to get into practice and I had my own mentors and I started trying new things, I realized I don't need that stuff. And first of all, it's just not realistic unless you are in a country where there are no other orthodontists, where patients can't complain. In the United States, that is not gonna fly to have that kind of stuff. It's just not. The parents are going to be like shutting you down. They're going to post it on social media. They're going to ruin your brand. They're going to ruin your, I mean, now in this day of Instagram, you can't be putting that kind of weird mechanics in the patients. I know that they work and you may think they work better, but there's other ways to do things. So that's why my response to this doctor was, dude, that's old school. You know, you can do it other ways. Nowadays with plastic and with Invisalign, I can get absolute anchorage, or I can put in absolute anchorage. And yes, you can do TADs, and I try to avoid those as much as possible. I think I've done one or two cases my whole life, no need. And a lot of times, you know what? You got to involve an OMT, an oral myofunctional therapist. You got to correct the habit, and don't try to do things that most of the time, if you're trying to do that kind of mechanics where you have to do loops and bends and things like that, T loops. You probably shouldn't be doing it. Check the profile, check the Ceph, because it's probably not the right thing for the patient. So I have zero problems saying no. I'm not going to do that. You need jaw surgery. I'm sorry. I'm not going to wreck your profile. Even if it could be done, I'm not going to do it because it's wrong for you. It looks bad. You're going to function bad. I'm not going to be happy about it. You're not going to be happy about it. So let's not do it. Sure, there'll always be somebody who does stuff like this and they can go to that doctor if that's what they want, but it's not the right thing to do. So that was my answer, was that there's always other ways around it. I know that this does work, but there's better ways to do it, especially if you start considering phase one orthodontics. That is the key. Let's get these, why do this heroic kind of braces bendy work when you can get things right to begin with and start doing phase one ortho and fixing bites when they're little and not having all these major problems when they're older. Just we need to have a fundamental shift in the way we think, and there's still just way not enough orthodontists out there that believe in phase one ortho. It just horrifies me when you see a kid with obviously mandibular deficiency, you know, and they're like, oh, we can wait till comprehensive. It's like, no, we can't. No, we can't wait. That's not an option. And, you know, just some additional thought, you guys need to be putting pressure on the insurance companies, not only educating the patients because they don't want to pay twice in their brains, but putting pressure on the insurance companies to start realizing this is a health issue. They need to be approving phase one ortho and not penalizing, knowing that we need 2 phases of ortho. Some money towards phase one and some money towards phase two, you know, so that parents can afford to get what they need for their patients. And the phase two should not be very long if you do proper phase one treatment and expand the right sizes and grow jaws the right way. It's not just straightening front teeth. That's not what phase one is about. All right, anyways, so hopefully I clarified that. Thank you.